everyone, it's Karen from the Geordie Grandma. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sunday Sunshine show, which as always is in collaboration with three other lovely YouTube ladies: Marie from Busy Bee Marie, Tina from Tina's Talk Time and Maria from Maria Crocker. And as always, every Sunday at 7:30 we put a video out that we all talk about the same theme but we put our own spin on it. So once you've watched my video, you can go over and see what video or what spin they've put on theirs. I will put the links to their channels in the description box below. So today's theme is a get ready with me or a morning routine. So I wasn't very sure what I was going to do, but I'm going to do a get ready with me. Now, it is Saturday morning, and as I'm not putting any makeup on today, I thought just showing you me cleansing and toning and moisturising might be a little bit boring. So what I'm going to do is, on my YouTube channel a few weeks ago, I said ask me anything, and I was going to do a video with questions and answers where you asked the questions and I gave you the answers. So I thought I would combine that with this video today. So as I'm cleansing and toning and moisturising, I'll answer these questions. So we'll get started. So I'm just going to give my face a wash over with this Garnier Micellar Vitamin C cleansing water, and I'm going to try and talk and do this at the same time. So the first question I got was, when Warren recovers, would you have a dream holiday destination? Now, I did ask Warren this question. I knew what his answer was going to be. We went to Vegas about 6 or 7 years ago now. We stayed at the Mirage. I think we had 5 nights in Vegas. We'd been to New Orleans and then went from there to Vegas, and we absolutely loved it. But we don't feel like we did everything while we were in Vegas for some reason. We've heard other people talking about stuff that we're like, well, we didn't do that. What were we doing? So Warren would like to go back to Vegas, and I'm quite happy to go with him. I'm not really, I don't really have any kind of holiday destination in mind. It would just be nice to go on holiday. We're not beach people. We like holidays where there's lots to do, things to see, usually a little bit of history, which I guess Las Vegas doesn't have a lot of, but it does have some. So that's the kind of thing that we like. I'm just going to put my headband on to push my hair back. I'd be happy just to have a week in Scarborough, to be honest. If you've watched my videos, you know I love Scarborough, so I'd be quite happy to go back there anytime soon, because as you know, we're not really going anywhere at the moment. I'm going to tone my face next. I'm actually using some Upcircle products at the minute, and this is the Upcircle face toner. So I'm just going to give it a swish over with this. So the next question actually ties in nicely with today's theme, and it is, as we all get older, the winter months are not very kind to our skin, hair, etc. What do you find works the best for you as far as products or routines go? I don't really change my routines very much. I always cleanse, tone, moisturise first thing in the morning, and cleanse and moisturise on a night time. I don't really do much different. I maybe use a thicker moisturiser. I usually use a sleeping mask at night, and I really like this one, which is the Body Shop's Vitamin E Sink-In Moisture Sleeping Mask. I find that really helps, especially during the winter, to keep my skin kind of soft. I mentioned this the other day on a video, the Lacura exfoliating mask, which I found in my drawer and I've only used once, and I will be using that more often because I feel like your skin gets a bit, what's the word I'm looking for, kind of dull, and I think an exfoliating mask helps to brighten up and soften it, so I will be using that more during the winter. Sometimes I use this sleeping mask, which is a PO, I want to say Dr. Oetker, but that's not right. It's a Dr. something, Dr. Botanicals. And it is a pomegranate superfood regenerating sleeping mask. And you just put that on. It's very thin layer. It's in a little tube. Very thin layer, and just leave that on all night as you sleep, and then rinse it off in the morning. That's really nice through the winter. And I also use face masks more during the winter. So I've got a couple here ready to go. I've got a Derma V10 Vitamin E Hydrating face mask, and I've also got the Body Shop's Vitamin E face mask as well. As far as body lotions are concerned, I don't really use anything in particular. I find most body lotions do what I want them to do. So at the moment I'm using two different ones. Some days I'll use one, some days I'll use the other. This is I think this is Primark's body butter, which I think is a dupe for like the Boom Boom cream, or the Bum Bum cream, however you want to pronounce it. And I'm using the Body Shop's sheer body butter as well. So I tend to use that all over my body after getting out the shower. And I do like a good foot cream, which I don't have at the moment, and I need to find one for that. So don't really change the products or the routines very much, maybe just a more creamier moisturising product. So I hope that answers that. So I've just toned my face. I'm going to put a bit of this, again it's Upcircle face moisturiser with vitamin E and aloe vera. Quite like these products lately. The third question is, have you always lived in the same area you are now? The answer is basically yes. I was actually born in Corbridge, which is in Northumberland, but I was only born there, I didn't actually live there. That's a story for another day. Born in Corbridge, and I've lived in Gateshead all my life. The house we're living in now, I've lived in for 34 years. It was a council house when we first moved into it, but we bought it. Warren would really like to move house. That's not happening, but he would like to move house because he doesn't particularly like the area. It is a council estate, so it's not the best area, but there's worse areas to live in. Some really upmarket areas have probably got the same issues as we have. But I love my house. I love the layout of it. The rooms are a nice size. If I could pick my house up and transport it somewhere else, then that would be great. But yes, I've lived in the same area all my life. Warren has as well. The next question is, if you could choose a superpower, what would you pick? Now that's a good question for me. The next thing I'm going to put this on top of my moisturiser, and it's the Upcircle face serum, because they recommend that you put it on top of the moisturiser to seal the moisture in. And I think that's quite a good idea, and it makes sense. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to put a little bit on because it's quite oily and soaks in nicely. So this would be good for a night time as well. So superpowers, yeah, I am a huge Marvel fan. I absolutely love Marvel films. We are currently going through the Marvel cinema timeline, so right from the beginning in order that you should watch them. I think there's about 20 films or something. So we're working my way through those. So I love superhero films. And I was thinking about this, what superpower would I have? I don't know is the honest answer. I thought, would I like to be invisible? That might be quite interesting, but then you might hear things that you don't want to hear. There is a girl on the Marvel films called Wanda. If you've seen it, you know who I'm talking about. And one of her powers is she can make people see what she wants them to see. And I thought that might be a good idea, but not in a bad way. You could make, people who are maybe, frightened of things or weren't having a particularly good time, you could make them say nice things and, make them believe nice things are around them. So maybe that would be my superpower, making people think they could say lovely things when really they weren't saying them. What superpower would you have? I think that is a good question, and I think you would have to think really carefully about it if you're actually going to get one. So that is my face serum on, and that's pretty much my face routine done, my get ready with me. I'm just going to brush my hair a little bit while I finish off the last couple of questions. I'm not really going anywhere today. Like I say, it's Saturday. It's just a day for hanging around the house, doing a bit of, no, I don't hang around the house every day, but doing a bit of housework, things like that. I may go up to the local shop later. I'm going to walk up. So the fifth question I thought was really interesting as well. And this is, what would you like to say to Keir Starmer? I don't think I can actually say that live on YouTube. I don't want to have to deal with the comments. So I'm not sure. I think the question that I would ask him is, if you could choose anything to change while you were Prime Minister, what would that be? You can only choose one thing. So forget all of the policies that you're talking about and all that. One thing you can choose. What would you choose to change? How would you change it? That would be my question to Keir Starmer. Not my real question, but that's the one you're getting. So the sixth question is, have I got a middle name? And yes, I have. I've actually got two middle names, and it is Laura Jane. So Karen Laura Jane James, a bit of a mouthful. When I had my social media business, it was actually called KLJ Social Media. So that was where the LJ comes from, Laura Jane. And the last question, which is always a good question, who would you invite to a dinner party of 4, past or present, not including yourself? Now, 4 is quite difficult because there are tons and tons of people that I would like to invite to a dinner party, but only picking 4 was a real thinker. I had to think about this. My first one is a no-brainer because it's somebody I've mentioned before, and that is Henry VIII. I find the character, not a character, I find the man absolutely fascinating. Yes, he was a terrible, terrible man, but I would love to actually speak to him and find out, what his thoughts were, basically. So Henry VIII. The second person would be Stephen Fry, because I think he's a very articulate man, and I think he would ask really good, insightful questions. So if I was awestruck by any of these people, he would be able to step in and ask the questions. So Stephen Fry. The third one was Emmeline Pankhurst, who was the founder of the suffragette movement in the UK to get women the vote. I would love to have spoken to her, or to have her at a dinner party, and to, speak to her about her thoughts and how it was for women back then, and what she actually thinks of how the world is today for women. I think that would be really interesting, to take a woman from, 100, 150 years ago and put them now and find out their thoughts on lots of different subjects. I'm not going to go into the subjects because it is a very volatile topic. So all I'm saying is I would like her opinions on it. And the fourth person I thought I would invite would be Agatha Christie. I think she's one of the most prolific writers in the world ever for the amount of books she's written. If I'm wrong, I could be, I don't know, but I think she is. And I think it would be absolutely fascinating to speak to her. And I actually think she would like to be able to speak to Henry VIII and Emmeline Pankhurst as well. So I think that would make a good mix. To have written that many books and for them to be, still popular today, brilliant woman. So yeah, those are my 4 dinner guests. So I'm just going to put a picture in here of what I'm usually wearing, what I am wearing today, and what I would normally wear just around the house. I've got like this grey kind of loungewear top on with some little pockets on, which I find handy. It's only got short sleeves. I will put a picture in here because I don't like wearing anything thick when I'm in the house. And I will be going shopping later. Like I say, I'll just walk up to the local Aldi, which is about maybe between 5 and 10 minutes walk. And I did get a new gilet from Marks and Spencer's, actually a gilet because I've not had one before. Bought one from Marks and Spencer's a couple of weeks ago, only cost us £35, which I thought was a really good bargain. And a pair of jeans that I got from Cotton Traders that are the most comfortable jeans ever. These are stretchy bootcut jeans. They look like they've got a button and a zip, but they don't. They're actually pull on and they are so comfortable. And I'll probably put a beige jumper on just to give me arms some kind of warmth underneath the gilet. So I'll put a picture in there of what I'm wearing when I go to the shops. So I hope you enjoyed that get ready with me. Bit of a strange video for this morning. Get ready with me with some questions, but why not? Don't forget to go over and watch Maria and Tina and see what spin they've put on this morning's topic, because I'm sure it'll be different to mine. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.